welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Laurel. I am a wife, mama, spoonie, and writer, and now apparently I'm also an artist. So if you would like to follow along with any of those aspects of my life, you are in the right place. I have been struggling to get videos up through the month of December and January. Obviously there's a lot of holidays and stuff like that that go on, and that makes it busy and harder to get things done, but I also have been struggling with what to post. If you aren't new, you will know that I've been doing a UBC revision course on Project Camp, and I have my manuscript here. I have beta reader feedback here, and I'm trying to follow along with that course. Unfortunately, the first handful of weeks didn't really apply to me. As I explained earlier, this is my last revision before I am querying, and the course is really geared towards your first revision, so your draft 2, and I'm way beyond that. So I kind of expected that this would be the case, but because it is the case, I'm finding it hard to motivate myself to log on to the site and go through the assignments and the videos and all of that, because it's not teaching me something that I can apply right now. All the information is great. I'm not doubting that at all. It's just not information I can apply to my current project right now. So I'm struggling to be motivated to get on and do that work. So I'm a little bit behind. Hoping I can catch up this week. I am also a little bit behind on my revisions. I gave myself a specific deadline and divided out the number of pages I had to do every day to hit that deadline. I'm a little bit behind. But I only need to do 8.5 pages a day, and if I sit down for half an hour, I can easily knock out 15, 20 pages. So that'll be easy to catch up on. I'm not worried about that. It's more so the actual assignments so that I can get my course certificate at the end of the program that I need to worry about. So that is something that I need to be doing more of, something that applies directly to this channel, which is my writing and revision. However, I've been spending a lot more time doing art. And I know I touched on it in the last video, which was just kind of like an update, which is, again, sort of what this is, kind of a discombobulated update. I have been loving doing art, and I won't bore you by posting a whole bunch of pictures here because I know some of you are totally not interested. I will post maybe 1 or 2 of my favorites that I've done the last couple weeks, and then if you're interested in seeing more, my art Instagram will be linked down below. It's just Laurel Mooring Art. So you can check me out there if you are interested in art as well. I've been reading, this can apply, right? It's about a book. I have been reading Art Fundamentals, the 2nd edition. This just came out last year, so it is completely up to date, which is great. And because I know literally zero about art, I have not done art since like grade 8 art class. So because of that, I decided that if I was going to try and do some art, I should actually read up on some actual art things, fundamentals, if you will. So this is teaching me about light and color and shape and all of those things that I have no knowledge of. And if I ever want to start doing art that's not based on a tutorial from YouTube, I'm going to need to know that. So this book has been amazing. It is by 3D Total Publishing. They make a ton of different art books. I found this on Amazon. They also had it at our local chapters. They didn't have it in stock though, so I ordered it from Amazon. So besides the art, I have also been reading, which you might want to hear about. I listened to the audiobook of Mr. Impossible. I didn't love it. I loved The Raven Cycle so much by Maggie Seawater, and the Dream Thieves, is that what it's called? The Dream Thieves series. It's just not doing it for me. It's just not it. So there's only one more book in the series. I'll obviously finish it, but I definitely wish it was more like The Raven Cycle. I finished that audiobook, and then I started The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I am loving. I'm like probably about 70% of the way through, and as long as it's got like a good ending that I like, I think it's going to be a 5-star read for me, because it is so good. And then I'm definitely going to pick up Daisy Jones and the Six after that. I already read Malibu Rising. It was good. Wasn't a 5-star, but it was good. I think I gave it a 4-star. And but Evelyn Hugo has been amazing, so I'm hoping that maybe Daisy Jones and the Six will be great as well. Other than that, that's about all the reading I've done so far in January. We still have another week to go. I'm hoping to sneak one more book in there. I'm supposed to be reading 52 books this year, which is a book a week. So I think January I'm going to be at 3 books. So I'll be behind, but that's okay. I'll be able to catch up at some point. In other news, something else that has been distracting me from writing and revising and reading and video making is we pulled my kids out of school again. If you'll recall, in March of 2020, when everyone came home, I unschooled my kids and didn't jump into the virtual learning or anything like that. I decided just to sort of see how things went. We ended up being home and unschooling for the rest of that year. And then for the 2020-2021 school year, I unschooled them all the way through first semester. And then they went back just after Christmas to public school. And then the public school shut down again for another couple of weeks. But then they went back to public school. So they've been home a lot the last couple of years, as many kids have. And right now our schools are not safe, in my opinion, especially having a high-risk kiddo. So they're back out. My older 2 are going to try virtual schooling, which starts February 1st. And then my youngest, he's just in kindergarten, so I'm just going to work with him on, you know, letters and numbers and reading and all that kind of stuff. And he'll be totally fine to hop back into senior kindergarten in September. So that is also keeping me busy. So there's been a lot, and that's why I've been slacking over here. Unfortunately, video making is the hardest of any of the tasks to accomplish, especially with the kids home, because trying to keep them quiet, and my husband's also home working still, so he's there, and then just setting up the lights and the camera and getting it filmed and getting it edited and everything. It's the hardest piece of the things that I do. So that is that. And if you'd like a quick little chronic illness update, I know a lot of you are not here for that content, and that's totally fine. So if you want, you can click off now and I'll see you in the next one. But I did have a bunch of testing done last week. I had to drive to Toronto and back 2 days in a row, which was exhausting, especially for early morning appointments. But I have one more test to do this week. I can do at home, thankfully. And then next week on the 1st, I have my follow-up with the actual specialist, with the doctor. So I am, I think, being put on some medication, and hopefully she'll have some answers for me. And yeah, so that's the update on my health. You've got the update on my art and my UBC course and my revision and my reading. I think that's about it. So don't forget, all my stuff is linked down below. If you want to check out that art page, it's there. I would love to hear what you've been up to in the new year. Has your new year been going smoothly? Have you been following your plans and your resolutions? Or are you kind of like me and everything is like a total discombobulated mess right now and you have no idea what's going on? I honestly feel like a lot of people are feeling that way, especially here in Ontario, where we're sort of on modified lockdown again. It's a mess. So comment down below, let me know how your new year is going. I would love to hear about your work in progress or whatever you are spending your time doing. And I will see you in the next one, hopefully on a regular schedule. We will have to wait and see. Thank you so much for coming to watch my video today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.